Our hearts beat to the city streets. We began to feel the fire. We rise like tall buildings as the chemicals, they take us higher. The night's young.
Well, I start our small adventure today going to a hill fort, which is a rare hill fort. It's protected by the Jurassic landscape. I'm in the Wadbury Valley near Frome in Somerset, by the side of the Mells River on one side, and the hill fort that we're going to go and see, and I'll put on the what 3 words location as well, is, if I carefully come around here, go to here, look at up there, so you can see the natural defences for it are absolutely phenomenal. So it's got the Mells River to one side of it, which is a true Jurassic river, and I'll explain why later. We're going to carry on along here, and it's got Fordbury Water the other side of it, and then it's a D-shaped hill fort with all the defences on the front of it. So let's carry on and enjoy our adventure. As per normal, on my way walking in these areas, found something I hadn't expected. This old, I think it's a quarry working shed. It's just all defaced up with graffiti. But certainly something different to see along the way. Well, we leave Great Elm behind us and head on up these steps here. It's a good job there's steps. At one stage, there never used to be steps years ago. It was just a slope you had to scramble up. And when we get up to the top, I'll tell you all about what we're going to go and look at. Well, we've just come up onto the top here, and the first thing that you can see behind me here, if I just move around slightly, is this great big flat area that was once quarried out and has apparently a wealth of very interesting Jurassic fossils within the actual stone itself. I'll have a look around in a minute, see if I can find any, and then we're going to carry on up to Tedbury Hillfort, which is, or Tedbury Camp, which I've been looking forward to go and see because it's defended each side by the natural terrain and then at the front by the ramparts. So a typically unusual Iron Age hill fort. But when you look at it, you think, oh, it looks like a car park, this. It's not, because the floor surface itself is actually the Jurassic seabed. So what you can see here is the Jurassic seabed. So you can see the rock bed there that was taken down. So this hill fort was on rock at the top. Amazing. And apart from haven't found any fossils at all. And I think I know what I'm looking for, but really can't find any at the moment. And all I can find is a bit of eerie graffiti. Why do you always find that sort of stuff in these places? I don't know. And some more eerie graffiti there. Well, I will put on LiDAR maps of the area to show where I am and various bits of it. But it's an incredibly interesting exploration to go to somewhere that's all grown over and trying to establish what was there and the importance of it. And hopefully I'll answer those questions as we carry on with our exploration in history. There's various small grassy areas within the 60 acres where the Frome Scouts used to use it in cubs for camping. I don't know if they still do. So amazing that people still camping here after 1,000 years. Incredible. Well, I've just come down the path and here we are. The first of the ramparts there. Not particularly high ones, but they seem to be running along this way. So I'll have a walk along this way and see what we can see. So it was just defended on the front part because the sides didn't need defending. What we're walking in now would have been more of a ditch. And you can see here, if I just come out to here, there we are, and that's the view. And obviously we'll be going up as we go along from outside the woods, so amazing. Let's go back in the woods. We can have a little talk about it while I'm there as well. And head along this path here, keeping the rampart on our left till we get to the gateway. There was a gate that actually went through, so I have to try and find that. Well, with the rampart behind me here, Tedbury, why was it called Tedbury? And you think to yourself, well, I wonder what that means. Ted, Old English word, means to spread, means area. Bury means fortification, so area fortification. And the Romans came after the Iron Age into this area, but Iron Age people would have had it all here. They would have had stone, ore, and everything that they needed to live in the area, and water either side and protection either side. So just having to defend the front was a good thing. And apparently there's only 50 or so hill forts in Britain with that particular feature. So amazing. I come to these places, I've got an obsession with hill forts at the moment, and to find them is just fantastic. So we'll carry on and see what else we can see. Just walking along the path here, amazing. It's what you find when you're out in these places. And just crouch down and pick this up a minute. So there we are, look at that small bottle there. Like a school milk bottle you would have used, I expect brought by one of the scouts years ago. But interesting what you find in these places just wandering around. Look at that. Amazing. I don't think it's got any... No, can't see any writing on at the moment, but usual thing, if I brought my glasses? No. So let's carry on, I think. So carrying on now, you can see that the rampart is still there, and unfortunately it's quite overgrown, so I can't really walk it quite readily. I might find a place to do it in a minute. But looking within it, you can see it's constructed of stone as well. So it's not just a straightforward earthen structure. So just up to the left here, just come in a bit. You can see all the stones on the top there. Amazing. I think I'm going to try and walk the rampart, get more of a feeling for it. Well, it's still going on along here, and we've just come all the way along that way there, and from that path there. Amazing to think that this was all hewn out of, well, this is like rock. Amazing. And so a well defended hill fort. Well, I'm going to scramble up the tallest part of the rampart here and see if I can start a bit of my modern day privilege of walking along the top of some of it. Don't feel I've walked the hill fort unless I do that. Grab hold of that tree, pull myself up. Ooh. Quite a sizable bank here, as you can see. All crafted by Iron Age, Roman, etc. And I think I'm going to have a job to walk it. But let's just have a look over the other side so we can get a concept. And look at all these stones still here. I'm sure it's sort of like a wall structure. Let's have a look up over the top so we can see down below. And oh, it drops down the same amount there, but it's so full of weed, nettle and bramble, I don't stand a chance really. Well, looking back along the rampart here, I get to this stage and the footpath here goes through, so this might be the gateway through, because the rampart's now suddenly gone, and we'll try and get some sort of perspective on it. The World War II siren you can hear in the background is the blasting siren for the quarries, so don't worry about it. Amazing just to listen to that though, isn't it? So I've established this is the point where the gateway would have been, and I'll try and see if I can think up something like it might have looked like. And the size of the ramparts in places, the stones that are around, I'm sure that it was almost a walled and how shall I put it, gated area into the hill fort, because they would have held a lot of power, a lot of money, a lot of resources, both in pre-Roman times, Roman times, and possibly Saxon as well. Amazing. We're just walking along here. What have I noticed with this hill fort? Well, I've noticed that we've got two lots of ramparts, shorter ones at the front that don't go as far each side, a bigger one at the back that then goes almost like a U shape, and the whole fort's in a D shape. At least it's another one checked off of my list, and one that's interesting and fairly close to me, I've never been to before. And also too, it's not just about me and history. Also, there are two of my friends that are in my history group, but that doesn't make any difference. And they are Sam Walks a Lot, fantastic stuff to watch, and Sandy, who is the Wiltshire man, absolutely fantastic. So if you can watch those two channels, I have pleasure in watching them. I'm sure you will too. So it's not just about me and my channel, it's about other people too. Well, I've come back to the Jurassic seabed just to say goodbye and thank you for watching. It's been great fun again.